Hello guys, welcome back to the Monday Slayer channel. I'm really glad to have you back here. So today we're going to talk about the different applications that I do have on my Mac. So this is my personal Mac and I'm not going to be talking about the other machine that I do have. I have a 16-inch MacBook, but from 2021, like the old with the Intel i7 or i9. So this is again the continuation of the EDC series where I talk about the different gadgets, softwares, applications, and you know what that I do have on my different machines, and I will be also sharing like other small gadgets, other small things that I do use on a daily basis. So today we are talking about my Mac. So my personal Mac, it's 2021 M1 Pro MacBook, 13 inches. I literally had its configuration somewhere here, and I think it's not there anymore. But yeah, it's a 13. I can really check it right now. So as I was saying, yeah, I rock a MacBook 13 inches, 2020 M1 Pro with 16 gigabytes of RAM. This 16 gigabytes of RAM they really helped me see the difference between the Mac that I used to use like the year before. I had a MacBook Pro 13 inches, but obviously not on i5 on the M1. I think I had an i7 or an i5, I don't remember exactly, but I had only 8 gigabytes of RAM, so that was not the very best configuration. So I was struggling a lot with it. I ended up upgrading, and the M1 chips, yeah, these things are, I mean, I don't know how to say it anymore without sounding like a fanboy, but they really work very well. So what do I do essentially with my MacBook? So I do a lot of photography editing, some video editing on this MacBook, but I also do some coding. So Final Cut Pro, obviously, Lightroom, obviously, for editing some pictures. This was this weekend when I was in Paris. I went to the Montmartre hill, something like that. Yeah, a lot of browsing, internet browsing, YouTube, and all you went. And as I was saying, a bit of coding. I'm getting back to the JavaScript coding. So I picked up some courses on Udemy from Maximilian Schwartz something. Sorry, Max. Yeah, I'm getting back into the MERN stack. I really loved working with the AngularJS back in the days when I was a software developer, but now I'm on support side of the things. I do little to no coding at all. So what do I have here? So as you have already seen, from the iPhone to the iPad, I still rock the same wallpaper. I really love this wallpaper. So it's a picture of mine that I took sometime when I was in Belgium. Maybe I will talk a bit about it. I mean, it's a car. It's a simple wallpaper, but it has some kind of significance for me. It's a car getting out of a tunnel, and yeah, I mean, it was like that moment. It kind of meant something to me, and I really love this black and white with a lot of contrast in everything, and I really love it. So I rock it everywhere, like this continuity between the iPhone, the iPad, and the Mac. I really, as I was saying, I really like to keep the home screen totally empty with no application, no disk, no folder, no nothing. I really hate having things here. Unlike in my physical world where I always end up with a lot of things that I need to clean. I need to clean my table. I need to clean my office all the time. Anyway, so what applications do I have? So as I was saying, I do a bit of photography, I do a bit of coding on this machine. So those are mainly the most present applications. So I have Notion, obviously. For one of these days, I will do a video about Notion. I really love the application. I am still transitioning from Google Drive because I had a lot of things in Google Drive, and I'm still able to share a lot of things through Google Drive, unless it's something, I mean, with my other collaborators, with my other guys that I do work with, I really struggle to use Notion for this time because I'm already paying for Google Drive and I'm already paying for Bitbucket from the Atlassian thingy. So I'm still transitioning. I'm still bringing things from those different platforms to Notion. I have Endel. I've already talked about Endel on the iPad and on the iPhone. So this is like a soundscape application. It creates some kind of sounds that you could be you can listen to. I mean, for almost every time, there are clarity I can show it to you. There are like clarity trip, there is like moving, there's a lot of things. There's even one for sleeping. I've tried, it's always like I paid for this application, but every time I try to pop it from here on the MacBook, yeah, it's a struggle. So there's like a clarity trip, there's like a soundscape for sleeping, soundscape for focusing. So I really love using it from time to time. I've tried it to sleep, but it's not really the kind of sound that is going to help me sleep. So yeah, not my favorite one. So obviously Chrome, Gmail, Keep, so I was saying a lot of things in Google Workspace, Google Agenda, Bitbucket, Atlassian. This is some coding that I was doing this morning. I have a ticket. It's on some personal project and some things that have been in the pipeline for like the last 5 years. Anyway, some photography. So I use PIC-TIME to share, to deliver my clients' galleries. I really love it. And obviously LinkedIn and Twitter, iMessage. So this ecosystem, this also the benefit of having like all these machines coming from Apple. It's the continuity, the fact that you could you can receive a message on the iPhone while you are working, and it pops up on the Mac, so you don't really have to always jungle between to be jumping from one device to the other. FaceTime, I don't really use it that much because, as I was saying, I came from Android, and a lot of my contacts are still on Android, so it's something I'm picking up, but not that much. Unscripted, so this is one of the cornerstone of my photography business, so it's a very good application for planning and preparing photo shoots. The good thing also it's also another benefit of having these M1 machines is that this application does exist in the App Store, so it does exist on the iPad, does exist on the iPhone, so I can really use it from there. There is Photo Mechanic 6. This thing improved my photography workflow by a factor of 100%. This thing, it's a bit of software that helps you browse through raw pictures without really struggling. It's really quick, and I really love the way that it really does behave. And it's this is something. You have to pay for it. It's not a free one, so I really love it. Lightroom for photo editing, as I was saying, Audacity for some audio editing and audio recording, audio creation. So for this video, I'm trying a new setup with 2 audios. This audio coming from the microphone that is the closest to me, and I will try to see with the editor which one we are going to keep. Final Cut Pro. So Final Cut Pro, it's mainly for my other YouTube channel. Gav2Z Production YouTube channel. I talk about more of photography. So this is where I sit down and try to edit some of the videos. GIMP, I said I came from the open source and free software world, so I really struggled to use Photoshop, and I really never needed to use Photoshop, so I ended up doing cropping, for scaling images. I really don't need that much powerhouse, I don't really need Photoshop for that, so I really still use GIMP for cropping, for sharing my pictures on Instagram. I really have like to have them in the square, so the cropping I do it here in GIMP. Obviously a terminal. Modern IDEs, they do have their own terminal, but from time to time I end up launching this terminal and doing things. Visual Code, I'm kind of new to this IDE. I'm really loving what Microsoft is doing with the fact that they really jumped into open source. They bought GitHub, they adopted JavaScript, TypeScript. I really love what is happening on their side. And this IDE, it's something good. The very bad news is for the other small, editor like Sublime Text. There was one that I really loved, Bracket. I really loved Bracket, but it kind of disappeared. I think I have no news of it, but I have not been in the coding world for that much, so I really don't know. But I'm really loving what they have done with it, and the fact that JavaScript really works very well here. So, and as I was saying earlier, this is a course that I'm following from Udemy about the MERN stack, MongoDB, React, and where is it? MongoDB, React, Node.js. Yeah, Express and Node.js. So FileZilla I have some basic website. I have some old basic website on which I still like push my files through SFTP, of course. So it's protected with a password and everything, and it's kind of set there. But I still use FTP to push my documents there. VPN, I have a personal VPN. So I got this from Dashlane. I think I talked about Dashlane when I was talking about the applications I have on, I don't remember exactly. Dashlane is password manager application and really helps me like not have to memorize all my passwords, but it also comes with a VPN. So this VPN, I'm not going to talk about a lot about this VPN, but I really use it when I'm outside, when I'm using like public Wi-Fi networks, and I don't want to be, literally hacked and to have my information like jumping around naked, I could say. So this is why I have this VPN. It's something that I have to pay for. Again, QUICKTIME comes with the Mac OS, and I really kind of normally hated it because I never used it. But now that I have seen that it does like help with the recording, like recording this video, like it records the screen of the MacBook, it's really something useful that I kind of end up using from time to time. So those are the recent documents. This is what I wanted to go to. Launchpad. So what other application can I talk about here? NTFS for Mac. This thing is lifesaver. So actually, there's like these disk specificities. I don't know, like the format in which you have to format your disk. It's not something that I master that much, but from Windows machines, there is like a default, which is NTFS. And for MacBooks, there's another one, which is, I don't remember exactly which one it was. But when I had like my first Mac, and when I still worked at a place where I was using a Windows machine. So just to be able to copy paste documents from one machine to the other, from one system to the other, which it was just like really struggling. I was struggling with that. So I ended up like buying this application. It's something like $25, but really this is something very useful. It helps the Mac to manage NTFS disks, like to make copies, to write and to read on those disks. VLC, of course, come on, VLC, you gotta have VLC for opening and viewing all kinds of media libraries, media like files. PIC-TIME uploader, it's some utility that helps me like upload the pictures to the galleries for the customers. This one, BitTorrent Web, it used to be like a full application. Now it's something that opens in the Chrome. So I use it for downloading Lego media files here and there. I already talked about FileZilla and about Endel, and yeah, Rod Connect. It's an application that I use for one of my microphones. I don't remember which one. Strangely, I really love this application for 2 or 4 reasons. So like when you're seated on your desk and working for hours, you kind of forget to take some, to take breaks, to drink water and to do things like that. So this application will always remind you to take those breaks. So you can schedule here, and you can schedule like my default preferences are set this way. So I'm supposed to take like a 1-minute break every 60 minutes and a 10 minutes break every 120 minutes. Obviously, as you have seen, this application was turned off, so I don't really manage to respect this all the time, because I'm always like jumping all over the place and going here and there. So I end up like it ends up like becoming annoying from time to time. But I really love this application, and from time to time I do use it, like mostly on days that I'm really focused on working on things. So yeah, these are the applications that I do have on my personal MacBook. On my Pro, I don't have more than these, except for like a DBMS for PostgreSQL, like pgadmin. What else do I have there? I have the Postman REST API, Postman client here. I do already have it here. What else? I don't remember exactly, but I think, yeah, obviously some of the applications that we sell at work, don't think I have the right to mention them here. It's a personal thing. Basically, the applications that I do have on this MacBook Pro that I use for personal things. Thanks for watching the video. Do not forget to like, to comment, and to share, and stay around. As I was saying, this is a part of an EDC series. It's almost over. I talked about iPhone, I talked about the tablet, and I'll probably present now, like in the next coming videos, I will be showing what's in my bags. Probably what's in my bag that I have on a daily basis to work, that I have always with me, and my gym bag that I do have with me for like something like 3 times a week, and also my photography bag that I travel with on weekends, mostly on weekends. But for photography, I think it will be like 2 bags actually, because I need to travel from time to time with the drone, and yeah, the drone equipment and everything does not really fit in my first bag. So yeah, that's it. Thanks again. Comment, like, share, subscribe, and yeah, put in the comments whatever you want me to talk about in the coming videos. EDC series continues. It will end like in the next 2 or 3 videos, and then I will start talking about mobility, start talking about EVs, electrical vehicles, planning on doing some videos about the Tesla Model 3, and also about other cars. I'm still trying to see which one I will be able to get my hands on. Thanks. See you in the next one, guys.